What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Buffalo. I have another very special guest for you guys in this episode. He is another member of the UB Bulls football team. He is a three-star transfer recruit who won a multitude of awards as a quarterback in high school, which include USA Today first team quarterback, all-state first-team quarterback for multiple years. He was also ranked the number one QB in New York State from both Rivals.com and 247sports.com in 2018. He is quarterback Cole Snyder. Cole, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
So we'll jump right into it. So you decided to enter the transfer portal from Rodgers and continue your career elsewhere. How big and difficult of a decision was it for you? And what goes into a decision like that, whether it be talking to friends and family and things like that, in order to enter your name into the portal?
Yeah, so to start off, the transfer portal was kind of a scary thing. Everyone from the outside kind of thinks it's like, oh, just go in the transfer portal. But from the inside, you don't know where you're going. You just kind of go in there blind and then see what happens. And through that whole process, I kind of had like a cabinet, I like to call it, between mentors, my parents, former high school coaches, one of my good friends that I got to know a lot through the recruiting days is Tom Rapizzi, and I talked to him and really just bounced around a lot of decisions through those people, and got to talk to those people and make a decision with their advice.
So what's the difference now that you've gone through both, the difference between potentially going into the transfer portal, like the recruiting process and the transfer portal, and the recruiting process coming out of high school?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is that you've been in a college program and you have tape, whether it's in the game or whether it's in practice. When you're in high school, you're coming out and people are trying to project what you can do at the college level. Whereas when you're transferring, you've been at that level and you've showed what you can do, whether it's in practice or in games. So I think that's the biggest difference. And then also having like the college weight room and the college meetings and learning everything that you learn while you're at college. That's definitely the biggest difference.
So is there is it easier essentially in the transfer portal because you kind of know more so what to expect in terms of the recruiting process, or is it just completely different, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I definitely think it's easier because you went through it one time already. But at the same time, if you haven't proven yourself at the college level, once you've been in there for a couple of years and you don't have tape to show for it, then I think it would be very difficult. There's still like 50% of the kids that entered the portal haven't found a home. And that just goes to show, like, you have to find the right opportunity and you have to know if it's the right opportunity for you to go in the transfer portal.
Absolutely. It's definitely taking a big risk, especially when a lot of these young men go kind of unsigned, and you're really putting a big bet on yourself that you're going to get re-recruited and land at another spot. So it's good to see that you definitely took advantage of the transfer portal. You've earned an opportunity here at UB. And did Coach Leipold talk to you at all about, what opportunity you're going to have? Did he tell you you're going to be the starter? Did he say you're going to battle for the starting position, or how did that all play out?
Yeah, I assume you were talking about Coach Mo. You said
Coach Mo. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Coach
I
Mo.
didn't talk to Coach Leipold, but no, I talked to Coach Mo, and we just kind of hit it off. Like, I could just tell that he was a genuine guy just by talking to him, meeting his wife, meeting his kids, and the whole coaching staff and the culture that he's installed at Buffalo. I could tell what type of guy he was. And one of the big things that I was looking for in my recruiting process was a relationship with my head coach. I wanted to have that relationship where I could go talk to him about anything, like an open door policy. And and that's what I found here at Buffalo. And I'm thankful for that. Thankful for Coach Mo for offering me a scholarship, and really it's just an opportunity that I'm looking for at this next stop.
Awesome. So I asked your other teammate that I interviewed in Cameron Olds. However, I'm still curious. You kind of touched a little bit on it here. Is what was it about Buffalo? What about the feel of it that made you believe that Buffalo was going to be the right stop for the next adventure in your college career?
Yeah. So I was looking at a couple other schools, but Buffalo really just checked all the boxes. Academically, it was a great fit. Buffalo is a great education. Culturally, it checked the box too. It's close to home. It's my type of city. I grew up playing hockey here all the time, playing baseball, playing football up here. So I spent a lot of time up here. I really enjoy Buffalo. They got passionate fans, that's for sure. And really in football, it was an obvious check. Coach said I would have an opportunity to play here, and that's all I can ask for is an opportunity. And with Coach Montgomery's offense, he's had success wherever he's been. And with all three of those, it was a perfect fit.
Awesome. So I mentioned before you transferred over from Rutgers. That's obviously where you initially committed to. What lessons, if any, will you bring with you from Rutgers that is going to help you on and off the field coming here to UB?
Yeah, I mean, I've learned so much from my time at Rutgers. Like, I really can't even list all the things that I've learned. Just learn how to become a man at Rutgers. But the biggest thing that I would say is how to handle adversity. Because I mean, through high school, I mean, there was adversity, but when you go to college and you think that you're going to go be the starter, you think you're going to start as a freshman, and then you don't get to start. You end up only playing in like 8 games in your career, and that's definitely hard to deal with. But learning how to deal with that and learning how to use that to make me better, I think that could have been like very helpful for me because I knew I had to go out to practice every day and I had to be my very best. I had to show that I was twice as good as everybody else every day, and that was probably the biggest thing, just battling adversity and overcoming that.
So is that the most difficult thing that you dealt with in terms of like football on the football side is, kind of going from being the big fish to kind of, going off to a D1 program, a big D1 program, and realizing that a lot of these guys are, just as good as you are. And, it's definitely an uphill battle.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, I knew it was going to be hard. It wasn't going to be easy. But I mean, through the whole process, it showed what I needed to work on, and it kind of challenged me. And then you have to make a decision whether you're gonna give up or whether you're gonna keep going. And entering the transfer portal, I kind of just wanted to take a bet on myself because I knew what I was capable of, and hopefully, I get to showcase my talents this coming season.
So you mentioned you came up this way to play hockey and football and things like that. It's like, so now Joe Lacada is not only one of the best QBs to ever play for the university, but he's also a local guy, much like yourself, who's also on the UB coaching staff now. Have you had any conversations with him yet about, what you can expect this upcoming season?
Yeah, I mean, we talked throughout the recruiting process, and he was just super genuine and kept it real with me. And I could ask him pretty much whatever I wanted, and it seemed like he was shooting me a straight answer. And I definitely appreciate that. But I definitely want to sit down with him. We go out to dinner and just talk about what it's like to be a quarterback here at Buffalo because he sat in the same chairs that I'm sitting in. So to gain as much knowledge as I can will definitely be a benefit. And it was kind of a similar situation when I was at Rutgers. We had a strength coach that played quarterback at Rutgers. His name was Chase Dodd, and just soaking up all the information from him was very beneficial. So I look to do the same thing with Coach Lacada.
Touching on that a little bit more, it's like Lacada is obviously, as I mentioned, he had a ton of success at UB, is the all-time leader in passing yards and touchdowns. I believe he was a 3-year starter at UB, might have even been a 4-year starter at UB. What do you feel like you can learn from something like him that might be able to take your game to another level moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can learn a number of things, whether it's X's and O's. how to carry yourself in the locker room, what it's like to walk on campus and go to class, being a quarterback here, the relationships that he's built, pretty much anything, honestly. Like it's such a unique thing that he's played quarterback here and now he's coaching me. So I mean, I'm looking to soak up any information I can from him.
Awesome. Has there been any thought about potentially what you're going to do after your football career is over? What are you majoring in? Anything like that?
Yeah, so my major is economics. At Rutgers, I had a minor in entrepreneurship. Still looking to see if I can do something like that here, and looking to get a master's degree in business. After school, I'll probably get a job. Not sure what right out of college, but the end goal is to own my own business of some sort. I want to be an entrepreneur. It runs in my family. My mom and my uncle and my great grandfather were all entrepreneurs. So I definitely want to do something like that.
Do you have any idea what direction you're trying to go, or you just
Nah, just a good business plan and see where it goes from there.
fair enough? Lastly, with the Super Bowl coming up, I have to ask you, who is your prediction to win and why?
All right. I think the Rams are going to win just because I feel like they have more talent on both sides of the ball. But I would like to see the Bengals win with Joe Burrow. To see what he's done with that organization is pretty incredible. And I just think he has like a certain way about him that is unique where players gravitate to him and he elevates everybody's game when he's on the field. So I liked what he did in college and I'm liking what he's doing in the NFL now. So I'd like to see him win it.
Do players like yourself, obviously you play the same position, do you kind of watch him and try to take as much as you can from him, maybe how he carries himself, or talk to anybody else who might know him? Obviously, he didn't graduate college that long ago, just a few short years ago, and he's already in the Super Bowl to potentially grab at any sort of advantages that you might be able to take with you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm always watching press conferences and how quarterbacks handle themselves, whether it's Joe Burrow, Brady, all these guys. But the two guys that I like to watch the most are probably Deshaun Watson. I know he's not playing right now, or Aaron Rodgers. Just because they're so unique, especially Aaron Rodgers, because he's kind of changing the game as far as it comes to quarterbacks and the way they throw the ball, and it's pretty fascinating. Him and Patrick Mahomes, it's kind of like a new age of quarterbacks.
Absolutely. Now, I asked Cameron this question too. I figure why not ask you as well? It's an important one. Could I beat you in Madden?
Could you beat me in Madden? Yes, you could definitely beat me in Madden. It's funny. Me and my roommate Robbie and Jackson, we play NCAA 14, but it's got the updated rosters and stuff. So,
Okay.
but Robbie's really good. So he kicks my butt all the time. I'm working on it, but yeah, you could definitely beat me in Madden right now.
I'd say I have to get a couple of you guys together and we'll have a big old tournament or something and see how that plays out.
I'm gonna need a little time to get better first, but yeah, we can do that.
It's all right. I'm not that good either. I'll probably get ousted in the first game too. So no big deal there. But Cole, is there anywhere to find you on the internet? You got anything going on? YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, anything like that? You want to shout it out?
Yeah, I got Instagram. It's I am Cole Snyder. Same with my Twitter. I am Cole Snyder. And I'm going to be launching my brand. I've done a little bit of brandscaping so far. So just be on the lookout for that.
Awesome. Well, that's good to hear. I'm sure I'll be looking out for that. Also, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk Buff One. Go ahead and follow Cole Snyder on Twitter. Also, Cole, I would like to thank you again for taking a few minutes out to join me here on Sports Talk Buffalo. I wish you nothing but the best, and I shall be seeing you at the spring game.
That's awesome. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
You too.
Once again, guys, thank you for watching this interview with UB Bulls quarterback Cole Snyder. If you like what you guys are hearing, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. We talk Bills, Sabres, and UB Bulls football and men's basketball right here on this page. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a fantastic week. Go Bulls.